Hey guys, it's Russell again. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can get all the latest updates on stock alert services, option services. I test them out so that you don't get scammed. But saying scammed, I don't know, like today's video, I just, when Josh told me about this idea that you can make 10% or more a month, basically doing nothing, I was just completely floored. So I decided to get Josh on and tell us a bit more about it today. So how's it going, Josh? Are you a scam or are you promoting a scam?
Eros, well, first, no, I am not.
You sure? I don't know.
I,
Like, sounds dodgy.
it does, and I'm 100%. I feel 100% that I'm not scamming anybody, and I'm very happy that you asked me to talk about this because I think that this is the real deal
Yeah.
for finding a passive income.
Yeah, it's the coolest thing I've come across this year for sure. So let's get into it a little bit. So you told me about this thing called an auto trader, which I'd sort of heard about, for the last couple of years, but I dismissed as kind of just like a load of BS, kind of like a scam, like you put something
Yeah.
into some robot and then some guy takes all your money. That's kind of pretty much what I thought it was. And I was so
Yeah.
skeptical when we first started talking about it. And you tested out a few of them and you just kind of started like looking around, and I'm just totally stunned by what you found. So you want to tell us a little bit about how this started and what you found?
Sure. So I was on a hunt, as you said, to try to find a service that basically would trade your money on your behalf,
Yeah.
um, and at the same time have it grow and be a passive income. But as you said, Russ, the risk is always there. That is the money in your account. That's like the first thing that came into my mind.
Oh
Do I need
yeah,
to
yeah.
send money to this guy?
Right. Because that is
Or,
a real scam, right? On social media, send me your money, I'll manage it,
oh my
and
God.
then they just disappear. Some Nigerian scammer, through Telegram or something. So
Yep. But I continued to hunt, as you said, and finally, my research and questioning led me to this website, Collective Two, um, which apparently has been around for a while, and I hadn't heard of them. But it's kind of like a not a crowdsourcing um, shared website. It's more about connecting like a fund manager on their own accounts
yep.
and giving you, the users, as an opportunity to have your account traded automatically or at the same time as a manager's fund, giving you the opportunity to grow your account with absolutely no work
So cool.
by yourself. Yeah,
Oh yeah, and it's worth pointing out this isn't an advert for Collective Two. You're just a user who just found this
I'm
and
just a
chose
user.
it. Yeah. It just I don't know. It's so crazy. It almost sounds like an ad, right? We're like, check this out. We can do. So you came across Collective Two. So what exactly? Like you've told me a bit about it, but like it's a big list of like these different weird brokerage management things. Like,
Yes, exactly, Russ. So what works what works so well is you're presented basically with, as I said, an opportunity to find a strategy that you want to plug your broker into that will trade it automatically on your behalf.
and that's the thing
Um,
that sold you and sold me as well, right? Because they're not actually accessing your broker
that's
directly,
right.
so they can't just go in and take out all your money, and it's still your broker, and you still have control over it, and that's like the key thing, right? Because nobody really wants to do it any other way.
That's
So
right. The money never leaves your account. The fund manager has zero access to your account. You never hand over any lock and key or door to your account whatsoever.
right,
Basically, it's connecting a bridge
right.
from your account to their account through Collective Two. And when their account makes a trade in a millisecond, your account makes exactly the same trade. So you can
Very
benefit
cool.
from that.
Yeah, that's really cool. And Collective Two is almost acting like an escrow company, some sort of independent third party, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
like, yeah,
That's exactly how it works or how it feels it works. And on the page here, this is the leaderboard, right? So you have the opportunity to look for a strategy that fits your budget and your returns that you're looking for, the investment that you like. I mean, I would imagine some people want to have a full-time income from this, and
Yeah.
which requires a larger upfront investment. Like you can see here that this strategy recommends 100,000 capital to start, but other ones like this one here is
15
15.
grand. Yeah. And these are the fees on this column to the left of your plots there, these fees. So that's what you pay a month just to the collective guys.
No,
No?
this goes to the manager of the fund.
Oh, so how does collective get their money? They get a
There's
portion of it, or?
there's another fee that you pay,
Uh,
a much smaller fee,
right.
to plug into their service, which grants you the ability basically to have the auto
Yeah.
trader.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how did you pick the one that you're currently using that's given you about what 50% in 3 months, which is insane? How did you pick that out of this huge list of stuff?
Well, I continued to come back to the leaderboard, Russ, and I kept trying to find a suggested cap, which is the investment amount that you were looking to use, and you
Yep.
can filter by the lowest, by the highest. And at the same time, I was trying to find uh, a high level of return, but that wasn't enough for me. I also wanted to see what is the statistical history
Right.
of the trades, right? Because imagine you're looking at these photos, right? And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
it's 185% in a month. It
Right,
means
right. You miss that month, you get nothing back. You're spending 150
that's
and the
right.
fee
And I mean,
200.
exactly. And you look at this guy, it's like, oh, I shut up.
Yeah, that one looks pretty bad.
Exactly. It's like, is that the kind of, or
Mm,
this guy, woo, like,
yeah,
why did this one all of a sudden? And Russ, you've taught me, you've been a great mentor over the years and the months. Look for the ones that go up and come down a little bit. They go up, they come down a little bit. The stuff
yeah.
that jumps up 90 degrees is what you want to avoid.
Right, because then they can
Like,
claim huge performance gains, but like
exactly.
really, like most people didn't see those, especially if they joined after that big jump, which was like their big winner for the year or something. Yeah,
For example, this one right here, it
yeah,
claims an annual return of 185%. But if you look at the trade history,
yeah,
there's a lot of red. So
yeah,
they go for huge months, and then they have a drawdown, which is how much the account can go down.
yeah, yeah.
57%. Not for me.
Oh no.
For
And
200.
honestly, when you told me about this, I actually expected to see this, and it hasn't happened yet. But I really thought like you would see like a month or two of big gains, then you give it all back, and it would be flat for the rest of the year or something. But so far, that's not been happening, so that's good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
definitely my concern as well. And then I finally narrowed in on this guy here. The manager is called Quaint Tiger. It's run by a group, and the manager here is called Tony. Fantastic guy. He will answer all of your questions. Because of course, I had reservations, like you said. Is it real?
Yeah.
What if the market tanks tomorrow?
Yeah.
All these questions that come up. You don't want to lose your money. And he definitely answered all my questions and made me feel comfortable using the service. And you can see here the
So
year and a half
linear.
of trading
That's just
is
like a
mighty
straight
comfortable.
line. Like I can see why you picked that. Like it's like a
Yeah,
perfect uptrend that, when you find a stock and it looks like that, you jump on it and know you're just gonna ride the uptrend, for a bit. That's amazing.
that's right. And also, what's great here is it shows you the active trades that are
Yep.
open. I'm a member here, so I can see what the unrealized profit for the account is.
Right.
And you can see the trade history, so you can see where the trades have been profitable and they've not been profitable.
Nice.
And what's also nice about this is it only trades the TQQQ and the SQQQ
Yep.
ETF fund. So it's not a system that's going out and trying to find the next best stock that's going to jump
Right.
200%. It's
Right.
tailored just for these two funds, these
Mhm.
ETFs,
Yep.
to help ensure that you have uh, good growth in your account.
Yeah. Look at that thing. It's amazing. And you can switch off the auto trader as well, right? You can just go like stop,
Yes, at any
So
time.
yeah, yeah. And that's a powerful thing too, so that if you start to get scared because like like the media are saying like the market's gonna go up in flames or something, you can go, I'm just gonna sit this out, or whatever. So
You could do
yeah.
that.
But
And
probably
then
this is hedged though, and like it works really well. So
Exactly.
yeah,
So, for example, when there was a couple of times where you can see here it sold off, right? So what's happening is that when there's a sell-off, the system is selling off the bullish run, which is the TQQQ, and it's hedging your account with the SQQQ to soften the blow from a sell-off. And
right,
in some ways, you actually on the downside, you actually end up making some money back. And then when
right.
it goes back to the bullish side, you can see the jumps are always bigger after a sell-off.
Yep.
Always.
So
So
cool.
that's yeah, it's a great way to hedge and to grow your account.
So cool. And that's hypothetical performance, but you've got your own actual performance, right? Which is actually pretty much in line with that from what I can
I
see.
do, yes. So there's a
Mm.
couple of brokers that it connects automatically into. And is the webpage okay, Russ?
Yeah, I can see it. Interactive brokers.
You
Yeah.
can see it. Okay, so the broker that they recommend using is Interactive Brokers, and it links directly into the account. I may just have to log back in. See if it
I
works.
could see the plot on that previous page. Everything looked fine, but
No, it just actually refreshed the page by itself.
oh, all right. Yeah.
Hang
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
See, this is real, everybody. Let
Nah,
me try.
you're a paid scammer trying to get people to sign up
Oh,
for
no
this.
kidding. I know.
This is all fake. This is just a screenshot, guys. If you,
Yeah, this is it. All
It's-
right, hang on. Let me try.
I mean, I've
Yeah,
heard that if this was true, you'd be a bigger investor, better than Warren Buffett. Like, there's no way this could possibly be true.
you'd like to think that, but I
Uh,
think we got him beat, Russ.
I know. I think you do too.
I really do. All right, we're back. I apologize for that. So
Perfect.
this is, it's okay. So this is the dashboard for Interactive Brokers, and you can see here that I got in March 23rd, and it was a small dip, but since then it's been basically an uptrend
Yeah, just a bit of
in,
noise here and there, but still really, yeah,
in 3 months. And this is live data, so every day I can come in and see how it's doing and see what the uptrend is. And you can see here that we close out today. This is July 30th, 2021.
yeah,
And the portfolio performance is at 52 and 11%
yeah. It's
since I started.
amazing. And I think the doubters will say, "Ah, but Josh, you've only been doing this for 3 months. Watch till the second half of the year, you'll lose all your money." The problem, the problem is though, it's like you've got the historical data, you've got
That's
your
right.
own experimental data here, and they match, right?
They match.
there's no like discrepancy here. If you look at that previous plot, this
Yeah,
is what you would expect roughly.
right.
So yeah, you can say their theoretical, hypothetical performance is a load of nonsense, or your data is a load of nonsense, but everything lines up. So to me, it seems like a pretty solid, pretty solid bet.
Yeah, and that's what got me into this. It was again having the access to communicate with the fund manager, Tony,
Yeah,
and also having, as you just iterated, Russ, having the historical data here
yeah,
to backtrack on.
yeah,
Otherwise, some of these other ones, it looks great on paper, but then it fails and burns,
yeah.
like you said.
I mean, I can even just look at that and just see that it's gone up 50%. Say if you just take any section, like from November to January, just a quick eyeball, and you can see that that's gone up about 50%, roughly,
Right. I mean, you can even.
or
It's
even
cool
just
here because you can
yeah,
zoom in on it.
yeah. So you can. I mean, it might have actually gone up even more from the hypothetical performance. But do you know if these guys are trading their own money in here too, or do they just manage all these
No,
other?
this is so you traded it. Your account follows the master account.
Right, and the master
So
account is their account, or is it the
that's
whole
correct. No,
everybody's?
it's his account or his
Right.
group account with real money,
Yep.
and whatever action his account takes with money in it, your account is following too. So it's not something paper money or monopoly money.
Right. Right.
It's a real. He's using a real broker with real money,
Nice.
and these are the returns that he's seeing from the master account.
That's pretty amazing. I'm so impressed with that, and it really makes me wonder whether we should be trading at all. Right? We just sign up
That's
for this guy and like just sit back, go to the beach, just let this guy just rack up your account.
why not?
Yeah, because it's just insane. So imagine you put $1 million into this thing, you'd have made 500K doing nothing in 3 months.
Doing nothing. Yeah, that's a great point. I mean,
Um,
historically, I wouldn't personally, just not even the disclaimer was, I would never expect to do 200% in a year.
right.
I never would have expected to do 52% in 3 months.
Yeah.
So I'm just blown away that it's maintained its course,
Right.
and
It's
that's
so
what sold
impressive.
me on it.
Yeah, you picked a good one, I think. The other ones look not as good. But this one looks. I mean, you tried a couple other ones out, right? And you're like, this is too expensive. It was
I
like,
did. So
yeah,
actually, that's a really good thing to chat about for a quick moment. Is that if you're unsure, you can sign up. It's free to sign up for Collective 2. There's no payment to sign up. You can go into any of these items here, these strategies, and I'll just pick this one here as a reference point. You can simulate this.
cool.
And basically, what it will do is it'll go onto your dashboard on Collective 2, and then you can just see what the account is doing if you were really invested in the fund or not,
Yeah,
and
that's
see
cool.
if you like it. Some of them were great, and some of them failed miserably.
Right, right. Have you noticed whether like any of them is it price dependent? Like, are the more expensive ones tend to be better, or is like because there's quite a price range, right? Or
No,
I
it's
don't know.
it's funny you say that, but I asked myself the same question, and
Mm.
there seems not to be too much rhyme or reason. Um,
Just
although
whose
I agree
algo's
with
doing
you.
better, or like,
I think
yeah,
some are doing better. I mean, you can see here real quick, like you want to know the most expensive, $600 a month.
yeah,
But honestly, somebody like this, if you're like you have a lot of wealth and you just want to have a stable growth,
yeah,
I would look for something like this. If you're looking for, big returns, then you look for potentially something like we were just talking about. So,
yeah,
but some of them would scare me, like this guy down here. What's going on down here? Or
yeah.
this guy was. Whoop.
Right, or that other one just above it, the
Yeah,
second one above it, where it just goes vertically up and then
yeah,
flaps
vertical.
slightly
What's
down
going on
for
with this
like a
guy?
year. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Right.
Um,
So,
yeah, very cool.
yeah.
Um, I can't, I'm just absolutely blown away that, we're beating ourselves up every day to try and make 10% a month,
Yes, it's true.
trading nonstop. And then like, you just go, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. And then you like sit back, put your feet up and just like watch your account go up 50% while everybody else is like break even down or just slightly up.
It's
So
true.
yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
true. So I suggest for anyone to take a serious interest in it. I mean, I get it. There's like a high or a rush when you trade during the day and you get that
Yeah,
score. But removing that from your mindset for a little bit and just having it on autopilot and checking it every few days or weeks and saying, oh, it went up another 10%. It's a great, great feeling.
it's that freedom, right? We always talk about this passive income idea. I think I don't remember quite who said this, but somebody you'll maybe know said that if you don't figure out ways to make money while you're sleeping, you'll work until you die.
Yeah,
And this is a way to basically free up your time, right? You put your money in this thing, you go off, and sure you can do some extra trading on the side, but you're not like chained to your desk trying to scrimp and scrape every $50 or $100 from each trade, and gives you time to go away and I don't know, ride horses like you do.
exactly. And if you're traveling or work, if you have a full-time gig or you're on a different time zone,
Yeah,
for example, and you can't make the market hours, this is a great way uh, to bring in some passive income for yourself or
yeah,
replace income at the end of the day.
yeah. I love it. All right, Josh. Well, that's awesome, and I'm just so excited to keep following your journey with this, and
Thank
hopefully,
you.
hopefully I'll be able to join on one of these auto traders. But yeah, thanks so much for sharing it though, because I'm sure there'll be somebody watching who's just like, oh, that's what I want to do, and they just put, and they'll get there. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I really appreciate the time, Russ, very much.
All right, well, let's wrap it up there, and thank you very much again. So yeah.
Thank
All right. Cheers.
you. Cheers.